my deep analysis of Israelis because anyone who would starve any child or bomb them, I decided to analyze to death. I started wondering if they're all Roman descent. You know, that would explain why they're like, we don't have a country, we have to take yours. Because the Romans have their own race and they just have their big city of sort of lecherous filth. I've been there once. So I started wondering if the Israelis were Roman descent. Rome probably was in Palestine a long time ago, but not before the Palestinians. So I don't know where the fuck they get off. But I would laugh if Rome gets invaded over this. I would enjoy that. A little bit of karma. So, but once again, I thought that the Israelis were like British Indian mix, but maybe they're Roman descent as well. So, I think the hunters deserve to be the hunted on a real fucking level. I just can't do the hunting, which embarrasses me, but I'm so fucking very watched. If I ever get the chance to go back to Rome, I think that for the Gazan children that died, it could be funny to behead the Pope, but I don't know if I'd be able to do that. But I think that would be a little bit of back at you. But I think for each Muslim child's life is worth the life of 4,000 civilian non-Muslims. Or 40,000, not 4,000. Because Muslims are so honest and peaceful. So one guy asked me about peace. He said he was from Pakistan. He looks sort of Indian. He said he grew up in Saudi Arabia. And I was like, I don't know if we'll have peace until it's a life for a life over the Gazan lives that have been taken. I don't know if anyone can have peace of mind, peace of soul, peace of daily life. I can't imagine it, because to me, the very least amount of justice for these Gazan civilians is life for a life of Israeli and their supporters. So they're just making their own death count higher in the future. But I also considered that these hostage takers weren't even Hamas. They were just American military pretending to be Hamas. And that Hamas just figured out to try to get Palestinians out of confinement with it. I think that's very likely that the ones who took these hostages, because they're international hostages, and Hamas, I don't believe, would take international hostages. I believe they would only take Israeli hostages. So I think it's much more likely that this group that took hostages, that they wrongfully call Hamas, is U.S. military just making a little fucking diversion for them to excuse themselves for killing Gazan civilians. I think that's much more likely. I would actually bet money on that, and I'm not a gambling person because it's against our religion, but I would bet money.